Over the course of the decade, Taylor Swift has made her meteoric rise to fame and has become one of the biggest pop stars of her entire generation. Beginning as a country star, Taylor Swift traded acoustic guitars and folk-style lyrics for electronic beats and the big city. After she gradually made the transition to pop music, Taylor Swift's career saw a drastic increase in the popularity of her music as she became a household name. After record-smashing and chart-topping record after record, Taylor Swift slowly rose to dominate the pop charts for years. Her music has wide appeal, and as a result of that, she has made a huge career for herself. She has made several sound changes in the past, with her music going from modern country to the more bright and poppy sound we know today. Taylor Swift's many chart-topping albums and worldwide tours have made her tons of money, with her current net worth sitting at around $360 million. Today, we're going to be going over how Taylor Swift spends her millions. Number 1. Her many food orders while on tour. Taylor Swift, like many other celebrities, likes to splurge on meals throughout touring. Many of the current crops of popular musicians rarely talk about nutrition outside of junk food, but Taylor Swift has been known to keep in shape. She is often seen entering or leaving the gym. She burns a lot of calories while working out or performing on stage. It is not surprising that a lot of her tour budget is spent on drinks, food, and snacks. Some of Taylor Swift's favorite indulgences come from Starbucks. Although it is definitely a stereotype, Taylor Swift is often spotted carrying some sort of Starbucks drink. She trusts her team to get her order correct and apparently becomes annoyed if it is not correct. Taylor Swift's order consists of this: 1 grande iced Americano with soy milk and 2 sweetened lows, caramel latte with 2 sweetened lows, and 1 slice of pumpkin loaf. Taylor Swift is obviously a big coffee fan and gets 2 orders of coffee from every trip to Starbucks that she makes. However, she usually offsets the sugar from the Starbucks drinks by working out and eating fairly healthy throughout the week. The only time when Taylor Swift is not being healthy is when she decides to splurge after a concert. She often makes her managers pick up food from McDonald's, with some of her favorite foods being hamburgers, chicken tenders, and a McDonald's chocolate shake. She often keeps the tour bus fridge stocked with Red Bull and Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Apparently, she has a crazy sweet tooth and sometimes likes to eat like a 10-year-old. When it comes to getting rehydrated after a long concert, Taylor Swift's only choice is Smart Water. She is so fond of the brand of drinking water that it has become the only water she lets her team buy. Smart Water, while it does have an attractive packaging and smooth taste, is largely the same as all other water brands. While she likes to splurge while she's on tour, she often decides to stay healthy when she is at home. When it comes to spending money when eating out, she likes to stay relatively healthy, often going to vegan or gluten-free restaurants. She pairs healthy meals with a glass of expensive wine. When it comes to Taylor Swift's budget, food and snacks are a significant chunk of it. If you think you would spend a ton on snacks like Taylor, give this video a like. Number 2. She often splurges on her cats. If you follow her on any social media platform, you definitely know that Taylor Swift is a big cat person. She constantly posts her pets on social media for all of her followers to see, and she isn't afraid to show how much she loves her pets. Swift has always treated her pets like royalty, which is great to see. Taylor Swift currently owns 3 cats: Meredith Grey, Olivia Benson, and Benjamin Button. The cats are all named after TV shows or movie characters. Taylor Swift loves her cats and loves to treat them well. Taylor Swift treats her cats in a variety of ways. Each cat has a different, distinct personality, and each of them acts differently. She feeds her cats organic pet food. There has been much debate between pet owners on what to feed their animals. Some, like Taylor Swift, prefer to feed their animals pure or raw food ingredients. They believe that they should feed their cats closer to what they would eat in the wild. However, some veterinarians and other pet owners argue that normal cat food is fine for the cats. None of the science is settled, but it goes to show her fans how much she cares about her cat. She has also bought Olivia her own jewelry. It doesn't exactly fit the cat, but it was a hilarious purchase by Swift. The cats themselves are worth quite a lot of money. Taylor Swift bought each cat for around $2,000 and has since used them to make even more money. Her cat Olivia has been able to do commercials, music videos, and other ads. This has made Taylor Swift quite a lot of money, and it is impressive to see that she has been able to create a side hustle out of her pet cat. One item that Taylor Swift definitely got her money's worth for was her iconic cat window backpack featured in her documentary. The backpack lets her carry one of her cats in the back of the backpack while it can look out of a space station style window. The cats are very comfortable in the backpack, which only cost Swift $60. These cats are pampered, but those are the perks that come along with being Taylor Swift's pets. Number 3. She frequently gives to charities and music organizations. Taylor Swift became a multi-millionaire in her early 20s, an opportunity that most people would squander. Instead of remaining selfish with her money, Taylor Swift actually contributed large amounts of capital for charities and other musical organizations. She also supports education. She donated over $4 million to the Country Music Hall of Fame to fund an education center. She also donated $50,000 to NYC public schools. She also likes to help out her fans, as she personally spent $10,000 for a service dog for an autistic boy and $50,000 for her nephew's friend who was battling cancer. Unlike other female artists, Taylor Swift has actually helped out her contemporaries. For example, she gave Kesha $250,000 for a lawsuit she was entrenched in. When she is eating out, she also likes to leave a generous tip, sometimes up to $500. She has spent millions of dollars in charity, but that is definitely a good thing. Taylor Swift, like many other celebrities, owns a private jet. Not only that, but she owns 2 private jets. Most celebrities like Taylor Swift can't actually take commercial flights. When you reach the level of fame that Taylor Swift has achieved, you can't go places in public when you are in a time crunch. With Taylor Swift's level of fame, she would be recognized so often she wouldn't be able to make it to her gate. With that being said, it seems like Taylor Swift has dropped a fair amount of money on her 2 private jets. Both of her jets are different variations of the Dassault Falcon. Her first plane is the Dassault Falcon 900. It is touted as the world's smallest trijet, and it's made for luxury. The Dassault Falcon line is one of the most durable and versatile triplanes in existence, and Swift probably chose to drop the $4 million it costs for each plane because of their great reputation. Swift usually only uses the Dassault Falcon 900, which is emblazoned with her favorite number, 13. Number 5. Her real estate empire. Taylor Swift is not only one of the world's leading posters and a multi-millionaire, she is also the owner and overseer of an $81 million real estate empire. She has a combined net worth of over $360 million, and unlike many other celebrities, she has spent her money very wisely. Rather than spending her hard-earned millions on items with a low return, such as cars, she has instead decided to invest in real estate. With $81 million across multiple mansions and properties across the world, Taylor Swift's real estate empire started when she was just 21 years old. She was already famous and at the time was becoming a millionaire pop star seemingly overnight. However, she knew that she had to invest in worthwhile things, not flashy purchases like cars or clothes. So, at 21 years old, she purchased a huge condo in the middle of Nashville. The Nashville condo has 3,240 square feet and is worth an estimated $3 million. Taylor Swift designed it with a somewhat girly interior. The property is surrounded by rocks and other natural barriers. It has a huge large pool in the back, which sits adjacent to a huge botanical garden. The front of the house is well kept with 2 large trees flanking the property. Her Los Angeles house was the next step up for a pop star like Taylor Swift. It seems like every young influencer lives in Los Angeles, so it makes sense that Taylor Swift would want to buy a property in the middle of where everything is happening. The Los Angeles mansion is home to 2,826 square feet and is worth over $2 million and is surrounded by lush green mountains. The Los Angeles mansion is in the same style as most Beverly Hills houses. It has a private courtyard, skylight, and a 1,000-bottle wine cellar which is climate controlled. She also has a second LA property. Her iconic 1934 Beverly Hills mansion was purchased in 2015 and was previously owned by the famous Hollywood film producer Samuel Goldwyn. It has over 10,000 square feet and is worth nearly $30 million, making it one of Taylor Swift's biggest purchases ever. She continued to buy real estate and also owns a house in Rhode Island. She uses her Rhode Island mansion as a party house and has been known to throw huge parties for only the highest profile celebrities. Her Rhode Island property is worth over $6 million. It has 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, and has over 12,000 square feet. It overlooks over 700 feet of the Block Island shoreline. Her next 3 properties are all in New York City, specifically Tribeca. She has purchased 2 duplex penthouses with a combined 8,300 square feet and get 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. The value of these 2 duplexes add up to $20 million. She has most recently purchased a 100-year-old townhouse next door to the 2 duplexes. It has a total of 5,000 square feet with a home theater, steam bath, gym, and a bar. It is worth an estimated $12 million. Her combined real estate value in Tribeca alone is worth $40 million. She has spent the majority of her paycheck in real estate, and only time will tell if that investment will pay off. What do you think of how Taylor Swift spends her money? What would you buy if you were rich like her? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you'll know when we post our next awesome video.